Hi guys, my name is Jasmine Lynch. Today what I'm going to do is talk to you guys about organizational culture and applying it to my field agency. So I'm going to be talking about my field agency and specifically looking at their organizational culture. What I would say is the two characteristics would be attitude and belief. Those are very two high characteristics that I've seen within the time of me working there. Based on attitude, the attitude there is very essentially open. So a lot of the times I can go to my boss for anything. Other interns are there. We work together, we collaborate, we reach out to one another if we are having issues, and everyone's pretty supportive overall. So I guess that would kind of answer, are the characteristics challenging or supportive? Definitely much so supportive. Simply because what happens is, for example, I didn't really understand like the directions that were given. So I reached out to my intern, my fellow intern there, and she was able to go ahead and just email me over, literally went in depth of what we're supposed to be doing. So it was not like very much so like an irritation if I reached out to her. It was very much so like, I'm here to help you. And like to work together. So like we've been working on projects together. Everyone has their own part, but we're able to go ahead and make sure that we're all holding each other accountable for our parts, but at the same time being supportive. The second characteristic I would say would be beliefs, because simply what happens is the culture itself there, they're very dedicated to the youth. So our main focus there is youth. How do we make youth's lives better? What other ways can we put in prevention plans? Like, are prevention plans even working here? Or how can we make the change to make sure that the prevention plans are working? Now, with that being said, everyone in that company is on the same page. Everyone has a background in social work. Everyone has been essentially trained into like data, surveys. We're working on needs assessments here. So everyone's pretty driven, and much so that we really want to support the youth. Like, how can we better the youth? Our coalition meetings are very much so focusing on ideas that have other people have seen within that community, what they have seen changes in the churches, in the schools. We take into account all of the other areas, simply because that is essentially where drug use and substance use is very more predominant. And that's where we're able to go ahead and go in there and pull out data. So their belief is, how do we essentially decrease the use of substance abuse? And everyone is on the same page about that. They all follow that belief, and they very much so support it. Now, in terms of what stage of tribal leadership do I think best describes my organizational culture, I would say stage 4. Simply because everyone right now is holding each other accountable. Like I said earlier, like even the fellow interns, it's like when we're collaborating, it's like, okay, make sure you do your part, because without that, I can't do mine, but I'm going to help you on your part, build that part up so that way we can work together to make sure that this needs assessment is successful. Other than that, that is the organizational culture at my field placement. Take care, guys.